Okay, folks, we are live! So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly GURPS master today, because today we were going to carry on with our ongoing Savage Supers campaign, but unfortunately at literally the last second, one of our players had a power outage. So it appears that some nefarious evildoer is willing to cut out the power network I can't remember where Robert lives, actually, in order to thwart the efforts of our heroes. So we literally at the last minute had to come up with something as a replacement. We're starting quite a bit later than we normally start today, but with me today is one and a half of the duo that was going to be playing today. It's Will. And Will, we talked about a couple of different games. And the GURPS we played last night, I had originally, the characters we used that last night's session were GURPS versions of our Night Below characters. So I had these all stuck, set and loaded, so we figured we would take GURPS out and kick the tires on it once again. Will, who are you playing today?
I am playing Henrik. He is a priest of Soul.
Of Soul?
Yeah, SOL.
Yes, love Soul.
To
okay,
my research.
Yeah, love it. Okay.
According to my research, that is the sun god. So there
awesome, awesome. Now, we have once again done zero prep for this, apart from getting things going. So this is a matter of, Will, you mentioned before we went live that you played GURPS last time when you were in college. So I take it it's been a while.
I mean, you're talking late 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been forever.
So yeah, I mentioned last night's session that I haven't run. We ran a single session of GURPS about 3 or 4 years ago, I think pre-pandemic, and then we the last time before that when I ran GURPS, I believe was like 2009, maybe. So it's been 14 years since I've run GURPS, 15 years. On a regular basis, but last time was a lot of fun, so let's see. One thing we're not going to do that we did last time is do a lot of setup, so because we just want to kind of get going and see how the game is going to, how it's going to feel out. Here's what the setup is you and Nude. Nude is another fellow elf. I think you are whatever we want to think of as the high elves in this setting, and Nude is a what do you call it? Is a wood elf, like one of the wild elves. In contrast, let me bring you on over to what will be our map. I think the conceit for today is that there has been a troll who has been preying on this one village to the point where everyone has had to kind of evacuate from the village, and it said that the troll has come here and needs to be dealt with if these folks, and by well, I said village, I guess, but let me put you up here. You guys are right up here.
There we are.
We'll assume this is nestled somewhere in the snowy, like a snow-filled kind of mountain valley where this village of what was ranchers was set up. And they needed some heroes to come in and deal with this damned troll. Now the trouble is as is often the case in Norse myths, trolls are also a source of powerful magic. So in this setting, I think we're going to make use of one of my favorite illustrations for trolls. Troll. Not that troll, not that troll. Not that troll. This troll. A terrible troll. There we go. Now the thing about this place is it is called Skyfall Village because it said something fell ages ago from the skies. And this place has, you'll see in the center there are standing stones set up. Those were to mark this place as a place of power. So let's get some dice rolling here. If you go into your skill check... Oh, one thing we're playing with too is a fun optional roll that I like from it. Everyone starts with the luck advantage for free. And what that means is that once per hour, you can re-roll one skill roll 3 times and take the best of the 3. And then once you do that, the timer starts, and in an hour it'll refresh. But it starts from whenever you use it. So,
interesting.
Let's start you off with... Would you give us a... I think it is... Let me take a look at your character sheet. It's not occultism, but there is a similar... They have a similar name for, like, weird stuff. There we go. Hidden lore.
Ah, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Theology, public speaking. Yeah, let's do hidden lore.
Okay.
Please. And you'll do it at a +2. Normally,
okay.
This would be a much higher chance. I'd give you a +4, but because you're using a different hidden lore, you don't have hidden lore trolls, for instance.
Right.
Look at that, right in the nose. Okay, so one of the things you may recall from, and actually I can't remember if this was a thing in 3rd edition. The last version you probably played was 3rd edition or an older version. We are playing 4th edition. This is the edition that came out in the, like, early 2000s.
Yeah, I think that came out after,
Afterwards, okay. So, what the margin of success is like, what you rolled in comparison to, or degree of success, not margin. Degree of success is what you rolled in comparison to what you needed. That's important for contested stuff, and including if you're trying to feint someone, because a feint is a contested roll, and then whatever degree of success you get against that, it imposes a penalty on the defenses against your next attack. So, what you know is that this... because of the way the magics work in this particular village, in Skyfall Village, it can be perverted. So trolls, it may very well be as simple as, like, this wanted to eat all of the goats that this village had, but you have a suspicion that there is likely a more sinister motive behind them coming here, which means that you may need to... the trolls are... fast and loose with necrotic and unnatural magics, at least as far as the elves are concerned. So, tell us a bit about how you think you would have approached here. Let me tell you also what you can rely on, because you can boss Nude around. He is serving as basically your bodyguard. You're a capable warrior, yourself, but that is part of the role he's doing. So he has abilities like stealth. He does not have observation. Do you have observation?
Not as a skill.
Okay.
Nope.
So that's fine, because that just means that you would be using your perception instead. You may remember that one of the things... GURPS does have a massive skill list, but it also has a healthy defaulting set of rolls. So even if you don't have a skill, you can often use it with your stat at a default. So observation is using... let's see here. Observing dangerous or interesting situations without letting someone else know. Nude does not have observation either. And... yeah, he doesn't have any... He's more of a fighter type. His perception is a 12. And you?
I think I'm an 11.
11. Okay. So what would you like... how do you guys think you would have approached this place, knowing that there is probably a troll sorcerer there?
Let's see here. We obviously would have been cautious. I mean, it's not just like we're walking through the forest or anything. We definitely knew something was wrong, so we probably have our weapons out.
Yep.
And we are definitely on guard, on alert.
Okay.
Looking for this thing.
All right. So Nude has a Mail shirt, a iron shield, and a broadsword. So he's a sword and board guy in this version.
Yeah.
His move is a 7. What is your move?
I think it's a 6, but let me look. Yeah, it's a 6.
6K. So let's do this, because in GURPS, you don't roll initiative. Initiative goes in the order of your speed, and then use Dex as a tiebreaker for it. So you can click on your token, and then you can click on the right next to speed. There's a little like clock that will allow you to So if you click on your token and then click on that, that will add you to the initiative tracker. Perfect. Okay. And let me grab. I'm making use of, once again, Doug Cole's Nordlander Bestiary and Enemies book, which is really fucking cool. It's like a monster manual for... Ooh. All right. So, what that means is Nude is going to be faster. Oh, by a large mile. Wow. 6.25. So, let me give you control over Nude's token.
Okay.
Just so because you can... it's here. Oh, actually, you know what the easiest way to do this is? Is to just do this. Oh, it's open already. Come on, Madison. Get your shit together here. Okay, can you try moving Nude's token?
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Looks like I can.
Excellent. Yeah. Okay, so go ahead and position Nude where you like, and then you can go ahead and... oh, you know what? First, why don't you give us a perception check at minus... I think it's -6, it said, was the default.
It's a -6.
Yeah, let me...
Alright, this won't work.
That's why I put 3s on it. Okay, that's a fail. But, okay, it doesn't have the defaults on it. Let's see how Nude does. All this means that would have been a fail with your perception, actually, as well. Without modifiers. Okay, -6. So Nude failed, but not as much as you. So what you can tell is that there is a smoke coming out of the big longhouse in the center of the village there. But there is not anything else that you can spy that is necessarily of interest. There is relatively heavy, fresh snowfall that has come. And yeah, that is that.
Yeah.
There is an uneven surface around the snow here too. It looks almost as if things were dropped amongst the village. Someone had cast some stuff aside, almost. You know what? Oh, darn it. I was going to do something, and then I done fucked up. Not irreparably, but most assuredly. Okay. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so that Nordlander... yeah, see, but not edit. The Nordlander Bestiary is something that he kickstarted a couple of years ago, and it's basically like dungeon fantasy, which is GURPS trying to be like D&D. Dungeon fantasy version of basically the monster manual, which is really cool. So like if you want to play in that kind of vein and make use of those types of characters, it's got just a ton of them in there. It's really cool.
Cool.
Okay, let me add a turn. All right. Okay, I'm done being sinister here. For the time being. So Nude can move 7. And Henrik, what was your move again?
6.
6. Okay, so you can move 6. As a move, it's 6. Each is a yard. Each, as a reminder, each round is a second in GURPS. So it takes sometimes a little bit of adjusting to get used to, like, well, how much can I get done in it? All right, so Newt is making his way down, and as he does, he need not make a perception roll because something is stirring.
Oh my.
Yeah. I'm going to move these guys into the... You can ignore that one, and that's my initiative tracker that's in the house.
Okay.
I just routinely will get rid of them. All right. So that is there. Yeah. Henrik, you would have seen this.
Yeah.
What you're seeing is one of those piles of snow. There's like a... something is moving. It's more skeleton than zombie because of the food has been... the flesh and whatnot has been picked off of this thing. But it is beginning to move its head up. Would you give us a... Unless you've got some kind of advantage... or it would be under your traits. Give us a fright check, which I think is under... Oh, it is. Yeah, it's right under will. That's fucking awesome. No problem. That will not frighten you. Let's roll for... Yeah, and Nude likewise is not startled by this thing. Henrik, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I definitely need to move down there next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe that's correct.
Okay, then it is this thing's turn. It staggers to its feet. Nude's turn. What do you want Nude to do?
I think he'd probably move to engage.
Okay.
For sure.
So he would need to do, because it's 2 yards, he can step with most things. What he has a choice of doing is either a committed attack, which allows him to take 1 or 2 steps. If he takes 2 steps, he takes -2 to hit. Or he can... let's see here. He can use a combat option, spend 1 fatigue point, and lunge to have 1 point of reach. But he'll do -2 damage. That would allow him to step and make the attack. So that's the extra effort options are at the bottom of combat handout 2.
Yeah, let's see.
So what do you think he's going to do? Strain himself this early on, or make the...
No, I don't think so. And then
okay.
Especially not with the loss of damage.
Yeah.
I think he's really put my effort into it and try and get this thing.
You got it. Okay, so he'll make the swing with his broadsword at -2 because of the extra step. That is a hit. This thing is not going to defend. And that is 7 points of cutting damage. All right, so that was reduced to 5 because of its DR. So he hammers this thing. Generally, unless what we were doing last night is unless you do enough damage. Oh, well, for one thing, unless it's a living target, it's not worth rolling locations because hit locations don't mean a lot for these things, and unless you're rolling enough to cripple a limb or something like that, then it's not worth rolling hit locations, and that was not enough. Now, generally, it's about half of whatever you need. Although, not to set the bar high, but James did cut a guy's hand off last night, and he cut a guy's leg off last night. So, that is Nude's action. Henrik, what are you doing?
Let's see here. Let's cast a spell. Let's go ahead and start trying to do that.
Okay, what spell are you thinking?
So let's do Sunbolt.
Sunbolt. Okay, so that is... Let's see here. That's a good choice. Now, these are missile weapons, so they generally have 2 different things. Let me see here. Sunbolt. Page 48. Okay. All right, so... yeah, Sunbolt is a missile. And I believe it's the 2 different... Now, hold on. This is something normally rules is written for regular GURPS. You spend an action, a number of ready actions casting it. Each time you can do it up to 3 rounds, and each round you can put more fatigue points into it. And the more you put into it, the bigger the thing is. And then you're normally a second action to attack. But I think they might have changed that. Oh, no. Yeah, you charge it up because it's each second. So up to 3 rounds, you can keep putting fatigue points into this, and you make a roll at the end of each round. And then once you feel you have enough, you can attack, you can hold it, or you can enlarge it. And on the 4th turn, you must only attack or hold. So what we would see is you're gesturing and you're beginning to form power in your hand. So what you can do is put up to your spellcasting talent level. What is your... Let's see, if we go to your traits.
Oh, traits.
Henrik. Power Investiture 3. That means you can put up to 3 into that each round. Every point does 1d6 burning damage. So how many points do you think you put into it?
I think right now he's trying to get it off. So I think he's just thinking 1 right now, see what happens, and adjust.
Sure. So go ahead and now go to your grimoire and go ahead and click on Sunbolt.
All right. Submit.
Beautiful. So that is, you can take 1 fatigue point away from your blue bar. And then it is, and your skill level was 15. The reason that matters is because it tells us how much it'll cost. So because your skill is 15, you reduce the cost of it by 1, which means you can actually put 2 points into there for 1.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, and it also tells us what the what sort of ritual you need to do. Because you've at 15, you must speak a word or 2 or make a small gesture.
Yeah, I think he's just straight up gesturing right now. He kind of draws that energy in. His hand starts to glow, kind of that yellowish color, and then he throws his hand out at it.
All right. Then with that power coming in, I think you've managed to stir a couple other of these things. The dead. They do not like the light. So we'll stir those there, and we'll put one near I think one died in the paddock over here, too. There we go. All right. So then, okay, I can see everyone on screen.
Do I need to roll damage?
Sorry?
Or did it automatically? Did it roll damage, or do I need to do that separately?
Well, remember, every round is 1 second. You need to first spend time charging your missiles up, and then your next round, you can choose to hold it,
or fire it off,
attack with it, or make your thing. Yeah,
I got you.
Okay, so the 2, there was 3 others that are beginning to. I've just animated. They haven't even stood up yet. But the one that's with Nude is going to try and get Nude with his claws. His bony claw of a 14. I just hit right on the nose, 14. So then Nude can defend, and his best bet is probably a block with a shield. And what he can also do is he could give ground to this. He could move back 1 yard and get a +1 to his defense. Do you think he'd do that?
Yeah, he's a canny fighter.
Okay, so then he will, let's see here, defenses, shield, and modifiers +1. See how he does. Success! This thing's claws come down, poof, the shield goes up, and Nude falls back. Nude's turn. What is he going to do?
I think he's just... Now let's look at the combat options for sure.
Most options allow a step for free, so you could step back in.
Yep, and then
He could make a regular attack, which has no modifiers, and then leaves him... Generally, the selection of what action you're taking will dictate what your defenses are as well. So, like, for instance, an attack is sort of a well-balanced thing. Not only your defenses and your movement. For instance, like an all-out attack, you can't take any active defenses. So unless you are confident you're going to take your enemy down or that they can't hurt you, it's probably not a great move.
Right.
But a regular attack is good, and then he can... These things don't seem to be defending themselves whatsoever. Another option is a defensive attack. He'll take -2 to damage, but he'll gain +1 to parry or +1 to block next turn.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's just going to straight up step in and go ahead and attack again.
Regular attack, you got it.
He did good on that first attack.
Yeah. So he steps in and swings that broadsword. Let's see here, no modifier. This time it's a hit. This thing doesn't defend, so 4 points of damage. Oh, that's not on Nude though. Oh, wrong one. Not for him. Not for him. All right. Then, Henrik, your turn. So you've got this thing in your hand now?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and unleash it on that thing.
Go right ahead. Okay, so let's see. Let's think this through here. First off, because you're doing a melee or a missile attack, it will be subject to range. He is 3 yards away, and he's 4 yards away. Let me see here. Trying to find my GM screen. Here we go. Because I know it has the range listed on it. Okay, so 4 yards would put at -2 modifier. If you step 1 forward, which you can do when you're attacking, that'll reduce him to being only 3 away, which will reduce the penalty to -1.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
So it's like a just like a step, right?
It's a step, yep. Here's another option. You'll notice that I'm not sure if you have the accuracy, the AC listed for Sunbolt. It has an accuracy of 2. I don't know if Sunbolt's listed under maybe your attacks or your range.
Yeah, it's got accuracy 2. It's under my range.
Yeah, so what that means is if you spend an action aiming, you get to add that to your attack. If you're confident right now with a -1 that you can probably hit this thing, then you can...
Yeah, I think he can.
Go right ahead.
All right. So, Sunbolt. It.
So... Oh, and it didn't include the -1 because of the range.
Oh.
But that's okay. That's still a hit. So you should be able to... Can you roll damage on it? Is there an explodey mark on there?
1d6 -1 looks like.
Okay. So actually, you can roll that twice because you had 2.
That's right.
2 power in there.
Come on.
Nice. All right. So then that is 11 points of damage. I need to make a health roll to see if this thing holds together. I have failed. So what's it look like as your Sunbolt comes out of your hand and takes this thing down?
Yeah, he just throws his hand out. It's a blistering, yellow white light just shoots out from his hand, hits that thing, and it envelops it, and just kind of an instant incineration almost.
So he hits the ground. Nude kind of gets his shield up to protect himself from the brilliant light. Then it is their turn. The rest of them have shambled up to their feet. Then it is Nude's turn. He can move up to 7 if he'd like to move, or you do something else.
I think maybe we'll go ahead and move just a few. Yeah, I like that.
Okay, so he's moved himself over. Then it is Henrik's turn. What's Henrik doing?
And Henrik's going to move up next to him as well.
Okay. Oh, one thing I mentioned, before we went live, I think that Henrik likely has a power stone on him, so it's 5 points that he can draw on to cast his spells without having to tap into his, what do you call it, his fatigue. I think I can just set up a quick...
So what's it called?
green bar for you for that. There you go. That's your power stone. All right. So you moved over. Now these things are up. They are reaching down and grabbing whatever implements they had with them when they were alive. So there is like a, a fork. There's a chopping axe, and there is a small mace. That's what they did. They readied. Nude, what's he doing?
Let's see here. He is going to. Quick question: is that like elevated? Is that what that's indicating?
Yeah. I think that's beginning to go up. It probably caps out at about maybe a yard. No, 2 yards high.
Okay.
It's probably about 6 feet over here. It's 3 feet in a yard, right?
Yes, you're correct.
Yeah. Imperial system, I tell you.
Yeah, the good stuff. 1, 2, 3.
You can try and herd them?
Herd? I think he'll move to there.
Okay.
Let's wait and see what these.
Yeah, then Henrik's turn.
Yeah, he's going to 1, 2. Yeah, they're being cautious.
Yeah, okay. So these things move like Zack Snyder's zombies. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it comes racing all the way up. I can move an attack at a minus. Where is it here? -4 to the skill, and cannot have higher than 9. Okay, that's what he's going to do. And skill will be 14, the -4 is 9, so I need a 9 or less to hit you. That at 14 is not going to do it. So, sorry, it's their turn. This one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is it for them. Nude, what's Nude doing?
Let's see here. He definitely needs to. Okay, so moving through ally spaces, how does that work?
Moving through allied spaces, no problem. It's only when you're going through enemy spaces that you might have a issue. This game also makes a difference between adjacent and engaged. Like there are certain weapons that have a range of C, which is close, like knives, where you got to be in the same square to effectively use them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he's going to move through Henrik's and come here so he can engage.
Okay. And is he going to do another committed attack?
Yeah.
So he can step twice?
Because it's worked. It's worked well.
Yeah. Okay. So he steps through, and it's a -2. Let's see here. It's a hit and damage. Yeah, you've got access to the character sheet. If you want to make the attack rolls, you fill your boots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So it's the broadsword swing, and the reason I went with a swing on it is because the swing does more damage.
Yeah.
The other thing I'll point out too is he's got a bunch of other things that do. Oh, wrong character. Bludgeoning damage. Like a bash with a shield, or crushing damage. Crushing damage might be more effective against these things.
Okay.
You see those multipliers that you're seeing underneath different attacks? That's against flesh. Against unliving, there is a different effect. But against these skellies, for instance, if he used his shield bash, that might be particularly effective.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and roll damage. It's the exploding symbol next to the broadsword swing.
And
nice. Holy smokes. Okay, so that is enough for 6. Now, give us a 3d6 roll. That is actually good enough to check for major wound.
Yeah, let's see. 3d6. Come on, dice. There we go.
Oh, I think he doesn't actually, because he's unliving. I don't think he actually suffers it, but let's see it anyway. Left leg. All right, so he hacks into the left leg. But it's not a crippling wound. Okay. Then it is Hendrik's turn. What's Hendrik doing?
That's a good question. I think... Excuse me. I think at this point, I think he's going to try a melee attack just to see what happens.
Sure. What's he got in his hand?
So he's got a broadsword.
Okay.
And he will do a swing.
Okay. So he's doing a regular attack action?
Yes.
Okay. Nothing fancy?
Nope.
Let's see how he does. It's a miss. Now, you do have your luck. If you trigger your luck, it'll be an hour till you can do it again. When you roll through, or do you want to save that luck for something else?
Yeah, let's hold on to it for a second.
Okay. So that is a miss. Let me see if there's any fatigue options that can help you here.
I don't know if there's anything to...
Not really, no.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, so you swing at this thing, and it's able to avoid. It is the undead's turn. All right, so this one is going to have to, once again, kind of race up on Nude. So this, is a 9 or less. There's no way that's a hit. And then for you, though, Henrik, this thing is more cautious, and it has seen you, because you missed, sees you as the weaker opponent. So it is going to try and get you with its... no, it doesn't have bone claws. It's an axe. Yeah. Swings that axe. That is a 15. That is a miss. Nude. What's Nude doing? Hold on. I actually got to move this other guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't reach you, so go ahead and tell us what Nude's doing.
All right. He is definitely going to... I think he's definitely trying to knock this guy out.
Okay.
The one that's already injured.
Okay. So he's seen that the longsword is being effective, but not something that does bludgeon or crushing damage might be much more effective against it.
Yeah.
Henrik would know it as an undead hunter, to be honest.
I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to kind of draw up that shield and kind of slam it, against the thing and see what happens.
Sure.
So that's a bash.
Yep. So go ahead and make the dice roll first. That is a solid hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice. And that was the bash.
Are you kidding me? What the fuck? Oh, you rolled a 2 on it. Yeah. All right. So, but crushing damage is multiplied by 2, which still isn't enough to get through the armor. So he awkwardly swings at this thing. It's like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
All right. Then it is Henrik's turn.
I think he's gonna. Well, let's see here.
What other spells do you have? Let's see.
Yeah, that's what I was just fixing to look at. Okay. I don't think he has anything really combat specific. Well, I take that back.
Ooh.
Now the closer.
You've got those 2 turn abilities.
That's what I was fixing to say. So I would identify these as zombies, basically.
Let's take a look here. Yeah, I don't think it's quite as precious with the nomenclature, the way that D&D is sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, zombie, skeleton, or related undead inflicts. So what it does is it's an area effect. It inflicts 1 dice of hit point damage for anything in the area. Damage reduction does not assist.
Nice.
Also, roll 1d6 for each one affected. On a 1, it turns and flees from you. So this does take 4 seconds to cast, though. What do you have it at?
I'm sorry?
Oh, you have a skill of 15?
Yeah, the skill.
Yeah, so let me see here. I think it might reduce the time because of your skill level. No, it's as listed. So it'll be 4 seconds to cast this. And then what you would be able to do is the base cost is 2, and then basically each multiple of 2 that you get increases the radius of it. Right now it's a radius of 1 yard.
Okay.
So, but it would take 4 seconds for it to go off.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and start prepping to cast that.
Okay.
Can I still move like 1 hex?
On concentrate, I think so. Let's take a look at the actions here. It's on combat handout 2, I think.
Oh.
Concentrate. Yep, you can take a step.
Okay, yeah, so that's definitely what he's going to do.
Yeah.
He will step basically there behind his trusty fighter type.
You got it. All right. Then these guys. All right, this one can make a... oh, no, it has to... Yeah, it has to race around. So it has to make... It's 9 or higher. That's actually a hit. So this is going to be interesting. We get into some stuff with Nude now. So let's go to Nude's defense tab.
Okay. Defense. Combat defense.
Now, to give you his options here, you can dodge as many times as you like per round. Once you can retreat and try and not take the damage. That gives you +3 to your dodge then.
Okay.
What you can... let's see here. So you can do dodge as often as you want. You can parry as many times as you like, but each parry after your first gives you -4. Yeah, so there are other things. Can you go to Nude's traits for a second? I'm going to see if he has Weapon Master or Trained by Master. Does not. Okay, so then no modifiers there. Yeah, -4 per parry after the first. And blocking, you can only block 1 attack per turn. So his shield can only be blocking 1 attack per turn. His first parry is no problem. Each parry afterwards is going to be -4. And then he can dodge as often as he wants and try and take an option to retreat to get a +3 to his dodge. Retreat can also be used with parry or block. It just gives +1 then. So what do you think Nude is going to do for that against his first? The first one is running and got him. There's still 2 more to attack.
Yeah. I think he would block at this point, honestly.
Okay. So go ahead and give us a block check or block roll. He can give ground, but that will leave Henrik open.
Right. And see, he's kind of not wanting to do that if he can help it.
Yep. Okay. Success. So this thing comes in. Your shield is up. The second one is a 14 or less to get him with that spear. That is a miss. And then the third is actually a critical miss. So he's going to need the other one goes in and maybe his shield is coming back and it knocks it out of his hand. So it's going to have to take a ready action to get that spear ready again next turn. And then the final one, that is a hit. So Nude can parry with no penalty, or you can block.
Yeah, I think...
Oh, sorry, not block. You can parry or dodge.
Yeah. Yeah, when you said that, I was like, yeah, I think that's what you meant.
Yeah.
I think I want to do a parry.
Okay. So go ahead and parry with that block, broadsword.
Yeah. Now it's got 2 listed here, Kevin. But they're both the same target.
Let's see here.
And he failed anyways.
Oh, you know why? It's because I think it's the swing and thrust. It's populated in a strange way. Okay, so that's interesting. Now. The reason it's interesting is because one of the fatigue options, or extra effort options, is you can spend 1 fatigue to get +2 to a single active defense. 2 would give you enough to succeed. Because your effective skill would be a 14 instead of the 12.
Yeah.
But it would cost him 1 fatigue.
2 fatigue points, is that right?
Well, it would be 1 fatigue points for Nude.
1 fatigue.
Yep.
Okay.
1 to get +2. All right, so it takes a little bit of effort, but he gets up there. The reason your fatigue matters is because if you get your fatigue down to a 1/3, then your move, your dodge, and your strength drop by half. And once you get to 0, you're barely hanging on.
Right.
All right, that was it for them, though. Nude's turn. What's Nude doing?
Oh yeah, he's not happy. He wants to make sure he can take one of these guys down, maybe while his partner is getting his spell ready.
Okay. So that shield didn't do the shield bash didn't do an awful lot of damage. Yeah, 1d6 minus 1 versus 1d6 plus 2 for the swing. So even with the multi. What are you thinking?
Okay, so the maneuvers, I'm thinking maybe he could make the committed attack determined. So
a single attack at plus 2 to hit?
I think that's a good idea because he really wants to make sure he connects with this guy.
Yeah, go ahead.
So that is melee. Let's go back to the sword. Swings that bad boy, and then I add 2 to this.
Yeah, remember, don't put the plus sign in, just the 2.
Yep. Submit.
Solid hit. So to give you a sense too, with because it's a bell curve, what is his normal chance to hit with the broadsword?
15.
15. Okay. Where is... So a 15 gives you... Here we go. A 95.4% chance of success.
Good old GURPS and 3d6.
You know it. All right, go ahead and roll damage, though. That is a solid hit. Come on, big money.
D6, come on.
Oh,
my God.
Jeez. All right, so that is 1. He could spend another fatigue to do the mighty blow. Plus 1 fatigue to do 2 plus 2 damage. That's not a lot, though.
I know. See, that's what I'm thinking, because they've got a damage resistance, and I don't think he's going to do that right now.
Okay. Anne is very worried for you.
I know. She should be.
Okay. So he clips this thing, but I think he's been so focused on defenses. Henrik.
I'm still prepping my spell, but this is the second turn for that.
Okay. Then, what is she? I'm just going to see what she's... No, there's nobody up. Oh, someone is doing the lawn across the street. Yeah, she can't. I didn't open the blind, so she can't see it. All right. Then it is these things' turn. All right, I got 3. Oh, boy. 3 on Nude.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to his defense tab.
Before I speak out of turn, I don't think there is a modifier for, like, being outnumbered. It's just the fact that your active defenses are limited.
Right.
But let me double check that. General. Yep. Yep. Okay, great. All right. So, first one. This is the one with the spear, I guess. 14 or less. That is a hit. So, Nunez is full slate. Do you want to block first?
Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, he's going to use his shield first.
Okay. Nice. Yep.
Nice.
Batters it aside. Second one is the axe. That is a hit as well.
So he's going to parry with his sword.
Okay. Come on. Critical success.
Where was that a
nice.
minute ago?
If parrying a weapon 3 times your weapon's weight, roll for breakage. That is not the case here. That's a great roll, though. And his final one is this guy using that mace he picked up.
Did the spear guy reset, or was that last round?
Oh yeah. No, you're right. He needs to spend a round resetting.
Yeah.
You know what I can do? Actually, I'm not going to attack with the spear. I'm going to attack with my claws instead. Just, He drops the spear. So I hit you with the claws. You could parry at -4, or you can try and dodge.
I think. Okay. So dodge would be.
Dodge. I think yours is not great because of the armor you're carrying, but the claw's not likely to do a lot of damage, and I think you've got some decent armor.
Oh, I was going to say it's the same target number. With a -4,
shit.
dodge,
yeah.
They come out to be the same number, so yeah, he might as well just parry again.
Yeah.
And then put in a -4 this time.
Oh, he could spend fatigue for feverish defense.
Is it one fatigue to get a +2?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. So yeah, that would make that a success. Then.
Okay. He is hard pressed here. Nude's turn again. What's he doing?
All right, he's still prepping that spell. So this is the third.
No, this is a Nude's turn, not Henrik.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said Henrik. I'm sorry. I got too many characters to keep track of. So let's see here. Okay, so what is going to increase his damage combat option-wise?
He could do an all-out attack, but that means he's got no defenses.
Yeah, he didn't want to do that.
Yeah. There is...
Mighty Blow.
Committed attack would be strong, get +1 to damage.
Okay.
He could also put 1 point of fatigue into a hit to get +2 to damage. And then if we go into combat options 3... no, there isn't anything there that adds bonus to damage. He could also all-out attack, which means one of the options from there is to make one attack with +2 to damage.
Yeah, no defenses.
Yeah, no defenses then.
Yeah. Okay, he's gonna do the committed strong and get at least a +1.
Okay. So go right ahead. Oh, but the committed attack, I think, means you cannot, just so you're aware, you cannot parry with the weapon you attack with.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all right. I mean, yeah, we can live with that.
You can live with that? Okay.
Yeah, we can live with that.
I think Henrik's got healing spells anyway. That's a hit. Nice. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, why doesn't it just...
That'd be +1 to damage. I don't know if it prompts for a modifier.
Oh, it didn't prompt.
Didn't prompt. Okay, so that's 6 points of damage. That will be enough for me to have to make a health roll for the Skelly. I think I failed. No, I succeeded. So it is damaged and staggers back, but it is not injured, not down. Yeah. Then it is Henrik's turn.
And this would be the third
turn.
So I've got next turn I would be able to release it.
You got it. Cool. Then, all right, Skellies.
Hold on.
First one with the axe. That is a hit. Nude, you want to block that?
Yep, he's going to go ahead and use his shield first.
Okay.
Block that, please.
Yeah, success. And the mace is a hit as well.
So he's going to attempt to dodge.
Okay.
Because he can't parry, but he can dodge.
Come on. Look at that! Nice! Deeks out of the way, and then claws. Let's see here. It's a 12. It's a hit again. He can dodge as many times as he likes.
Yep.
Ooh, and that's outside of the range. So we get to see how damage works.
Yeah.
All right. Now, let's take a look first and see what Henrik's got for, or Nude has for armor. So I think it's under...
Inventory.
Oh, your hit locations... I don't think I added the armor. Maybe it's under inventory.
Yeah, that's what I was going to... Mail shirt.
Oh, yeah, mail shirt and leather pants. So it is worth rolling hit location because you have different stuff in different locations.
Okay.
So I rolled a 12, which is...
A headshot.
Left arm. Yeah, headshot. Yeah, really.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I rolled a 12 to headshot.
So then that means you have mail. Now, did I... Let's see here. Inventory. Oh, look at that. No, sorry. Go to your inventory.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you exploded.
Yeah, because I wanted to see what... Nice. To damage reduction 4 to the locations. Use the lower against crushing attacks. That is not the case here. So because your mail shirt covers your arms as well, your left arm takes a hit. It's got DR4 against this, the claws. So let's see if this even gets through it. Oni club. Oh, it is a crushing attack, though. So that is 3 points of crushing damage, which means 1 point gets through. So, Nude, you take 1 point of damage. It'll be on your red bar there.
Okay.
But here is the thing. Normally, when you take damage, you suffer what's called shock, which means you take -1 to your dexterity and IQ skills for the next round, up to a max of -4. But Nude has an ability called High Pain Threshold.
Oh.
Which means he suffers 0 shock damage.
Cool.
Yeah, so he is hit by this thing. One of them manages to get through the defenses. Nude, what are you doing?
He's pissed now.
Yeah. Understandably.
Them all. Let's see here. And what did we say? It was the the strong attack.
Strong committed attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's going to swing again, try and get rid of that last guy. For the love of Pete.
Go. Oh.
He critically missed. Because Jeff.
It is Jeff's character, yeah.
Cause Jeff.
Go ahead and give us a 3d6 roll, please.
I don't guess I can spend my point to redo
luck?
that.
Nude technically would have luck, so he could spend luck and trigger the reroll with this.
Yeah, let's do that.
So reroll 3 times.
He does not want to critically fail.
Yeah, and let's see what happens.
That is a bad thing.
That is a hit. Really what we're doing is fishing for a crit success here.
Yeah.
You take the best of the 3. Hit. You roll 2 more times. Critical. There you go.
Right after you said it, there it is.
Beautiful. Go ahead and roll damage.
Let's see. Damage 1d6 plus 2.
Nice. And then give us a 3d6 roll, please, for critical hit.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Okay.
Hey.
Ooh. Okay, so it's not a huge amount of damage, unfortunately, but it does +1 from... Is it the damage one that you're hammering again?
Yeah, it's got to be, because that's what he said to begin with. He's trying to get rid of at least one of them, cut down on their number of attacks.
Yeah, so here's the cool thing. This thing, the critical inflicts double normal shock up to a maximum of -8. And High Pain Threshold merely halves this to the normal shock. You hit the skeleton so hard, you caused it to feel pain. So, let me...
He was pissed.
And I have failed my health roll, so this thing collapses into a heap.
Nice.
All right. Then it is Henrik's turn.
This is the time that I would get the spell off.
Yes, it is.
And let's see, what did we say? We said it was
So it is
2.
Turn Undead, and it is to cost 2 points to cast it. Yeah, you don't need a larger area.
Oh, I don't? Okay.
No, definitely not, because you can catch both of those. It's a radius of 1, so it'd capture like the however many 6 squares or 6 hexes around the one target, and then 1d6 hit points of injury. Yeah.
There we go.
Success, nice. What do you think your turn undead looks like as you cause it to...
He's been focused in prayer to a large extent. He's just been kind of muttering whispers and whatnot as he's standing there. And you could see this kind of energy coalescing through each second around him.
Yeah.
And now he just unleashes it. I think what he does, he holds his sword up high, and this just this glowing aura of warmth, and even it's got a sound of just a hum, comes flashing out from that in the area.
Nice.
And just rolls all over the zombies, and they do not like it.
Okay, so give us a 1d6 roll for this first zombie to see how much damage it takes.
Let's do that.
and then roll it again to see if it turns. So 3 points of damage. DR does not help it. And then go ahead and roll 1d6 again to see if it turns. On a 1, it'll flee.
It re-rolls.
Yeah, if you push up, yeah, it'll populate with the up arrow.
Yep.
6 does not flee, but then the second one, same thing. For damage, 4 points of damage, nice. And then does not flee. Okay. But, so that'll cost you 2 power. Do you want that to come from your power stone or from your fatigue?
Yeah, let's take it off the stone now.
And power stones could be like whatever. It could be like a holy symbol. It could be, you know, whatever you feel is appropriate for your character. All right. So, yeah, that washed over to them. Then we have only 2 now. So, no, the first one with the axe, that is a hit. Go ahead and give us a block.
Right.
And a hit with the mace as well. So block first.
Block. And then a dodge. Nice.
Awesome. And then
come on.
This will have to be a dodge.
Yep.
Okay. So let's see. Hit location is, oh shit. I rolled a 17. Neck.
Ugh.
All right. But don't worry, it's only an axe.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
All right. Axe to the neck, 1d6 plus 3. It's cutting, so it would do, let's see here, 1d6 plus 3. And because it is to the neck, hold on.
Sure.
Cutting, what's on the back of it, I think. One of the neat things with Dungeon Fantasy is it's got each of the books that come in the box set has cheat sheet stuff on the back of the book. So it has handy reference stuff, the stuff you'd see on a DM screen, are all there, so it's helpful. Not that. Not that. There it is. There it is. All right. Okay. So cutting to the neck times 2 damage.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this ain't good. Okay. 16 points of damage to Nude's neck.
I'm dead, Jim.
Well, he is. Oh, we use the Nude's luck.
Yep. That's what I was thinking.
Okay, hold on. Let's see what happens. Holy shit. Let's make sure. Oh yeah, that shirt doesn't cover his neck.
Yeah.
Let's see. Damage and injury. Here we go.
Yeah, it just says locations, torso. Let's see.
All right, here we go. So, he needs to roll for... Let's see here. I'm trying to find for... I know there are rules for decapitation. Oh, it's only for... Yeah, unaware. Okay. So he is going to be at, so 16 points of damage. Unfortunately, no damage reduction puts him at... Negative 6. Now, what he needs to do is make a health roll. No penalties right now. So it'll be HT is his health. To remain conscious. He is tough as fuck, so he's not taking any... Oh, he might actually have, because of high pain threshold, he may actually get a bonus to that, too.
You never suffer shock.
High pain threshold.
Knockdown and stunning.
He gets +3 to health rolls to avoid knockdown and stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that doesn't include in this, but the next thing he'll have to be rolling, he will be getting. So, yeah, so Newt is still up. He hasn't hit his negative health yet, or negative hit points, so he's not dying yet. He does need to roll for major wound, though.
Alright.
You know, it's weird, though. The neck actually isn't... Like, head... you need to roll for knockdown and stunning. Neck, you actually don't need to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's a really bad fucking hit, but he actually doesn't suffer a major wound. Where he does suffer a major wound, but he doesn't need to check for stun or knockdown.
Oh, yeah.
Huh. Yeah, face or vitals, skull or eye. It's not the neck. Apparently the neck is, safest place in the world to get hit. It's interesting. Yeah. All right, so then, yeah. I mean, maybe it's like the base of the neck, right? Like, it's not, like, near the head. So he's hit, he's hurt. He's going to need to make a health check at the start of each turn to continue functioning.
Okay, so we'll need to do another one. Okay.
Yeah, but because of his high pain threshold, he's not suffering any penalties from that. That was, I think, was that the second attack, or that was the second attack, right?
I think that was the second one, because
because he was dodging. Right.
The first one and then failed my dodge.
All right, so he staggers back, blood spews out of his neck. He needs to make another health check to remain conscious. He's good to go. What's he doing this round?
Yeah, he's pissed. God, I hate for him to not have any defenses, but damn. I want all the damage in the world, but yeah, he'll continue with the strong committed attack.
Another option he can do is a rapid strike. A rapid strike is making 2 attacks at -6 each.
Ooh, okay. Let's see what there's at.
That would still allow him defenses.
Yeah, that's the important thing. Defenses. Oh, -6. I mean, -6. At least one of them should probably hit.
You want to try that?
Just math. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So go ahead with your first attack at -6.
I'm gonna put in.
Oh, it's a narrow miss. And number 2.
2. And both of them miss.
Okay, Henrik, what are you doing?
That's a good question. Let's see. Henrik. Spells, cure, create, great healing. What is that?
Yeah, greater healing takes 1 minute to cast, I think. Minor healing is only 1 second, and it heals 1 to 3. So let me tell you, because there is a limitation on how much you can get healed in total, I think. So minor healing restores up to 3 hit points to the subject. You just take a -3 per casting on the same target for each healing spell you cast on them after the first.
Okay.
But it's a 1 second cast.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
that's
what he's doing.
Because I think you have minor healing at 15, cost is reduced by 1. So you would get 1 point for free.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking?
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I also have major healing.
Major healing, the difficulty is the casting time for it.
It says 1 second on my sheet.
Oh, yeah. Ignore me. Up to 8 hit points,
healing is a minute, but it says major healing is 1 second.
Yeah, and it's only one... Fuck, ignore me. Yeah, that's amazing. And then it is basically 2 for 1. Each energy point restores 2 hit points to the target.
Cool. Yeah, let's do that. And then I'm probably...
How much you want to dump into there?
I'm probably gonna max out.
Okay.
Because I mean, he just saw his buddy damn near lose his head.
Yeah, and you can split the power draw from your power stone and fatigue if you'd like.
Good. Success.
Yeah, because he's at it's beautiful. If you can get him over a third of his health, when you're at less than a third hit points, you also suffer that half move, half dodge penalty. So that's incredible. So if you put 4 points in, he gets 8 points back.
And
okay, here, I'll just put +8 into him.
Okay.
There you go. All right, so he is less than third his health, so he is really kind of wobbly, weak on his feet still, but way better than he was before.
Yeah, he's way better.
Okay, so then your next casting of that would be at -3, and the next casting of the healing spell after that would be a -6. Okay. Zomboids, they smelt blood in the water here. So let's make our first attack as a hit with the axe.
Block.
Yeah.
Come on.
Nice.
There we go.
Ooh, just barely. And then the second is going to... Did you do a committed attack last turn, or did you did a regular attack, didn't you? That means you can parry with no penalty.
Okay.
Yeah, because you did a rapid strike, right?
Yeah, I did the rapid. That's what I did.
Yeah, and that's just that's something separate from a maneuver.
Okay.
Okay. So then with this one, let's see here. Oh, I got to make my attack roll first here.
Uh-oh, it doesn't matter.
So let's see. First attack roll. I did hit with the mace, so go ahead and give us a parry.
Come on, parry, dodge, thrust. That's all I can think of now. Oh.
But you could spend 1 fatigue point for desperate defense.
Which gives me a what?
+2 to the effective skill.
+2 to the skill. Yeah, he's still going to be better off that way.
Okay. Then it is Nude's turn. What's Nude doing?
He's continuing to attempt to waylay on that.
Okay.
And let's see here. Rapid Strike did not work out that well. So I think he will go with the committed attack again.
Okay.
And
so remember, because his hit points are so low right now, his dodge and his defense are halved. So if he does a committed attack, he will get the extra damage, but he won't be able to parry, meaning he's going to dodge. You could make a regular attack.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's just go with a regular attack and pray the broadsword.
Okay.
Damage roll is a 6.
Come on. There you go. Solid hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Come on, big money. Ugh.
I cannot roll damage.
Truly is Jeff's character. All right. So then that's hit. Then it is Hendrick's turn. What's Hendrick doing?
I think he might try. Let's see. How much total fatigue? Oh, yeah, I've still got plenty of fatigue.
Mm-hmm. You gain fatigue back at 1 point per 5 minutes.
Okay, so 15 minus 3, we said. That's still a 12, right? It's a good chance.
12 is...
a good chance.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's try that again. Try and get him to where maybe his values aren't so low. Get him over that 3.
Nice. Yeah. How much are you putting into that? Is that 4 again?
Yeah, let's dump 4 into it because he's...
You adjust your health.
And of course, this is me learning how to, because I've never played a spellcaster in GURPS.
No, this is okay. So that goes off. Then it is. So Nude is back to nearly full health. That vicious gash in his neck is almost completely gone. All right, so let's make our axe attack here. Axe attack hits. Give us your or your parry. Sorry, your block. I'm gonna get there eventually.
I keep thinking of the Daffy Duck.
Yeah.
Oh, guard turn parry dodge thrust.
Oof.
Fails.
You want to spend that 1 fatigue?
Yeah, let's see how much fatigue he's got.
He's down to 8 right now.
I think he'll be okay with 1.
Okay. And then the second attack was the mace, and that's a miss this time.
Nice.
Okay. Nude, what are you doing?
Yeah, he's got to continue trying to whoop up on this dude. Melee, broadsword.
Come on.
He's gotta hit him.
Yep, solid hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Some damage.
God.
It's not a 1.
It's not a 1, so that's good. All right. Slowly whittling away at this thing. Henrik, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't think I'd have any problems casting the Sunbolt. Let me just look, see if there's anything else. What does Flaming Weapon do, Kevin?
That is a good question. Let's see. Flaming Weapon. 31. It is a 2-second cast. 4 to cast, 1 to maintain, lasts a minute. It causes your melee weapon to burst into flame. It causes an extra 2 points of injury on the target if it penetrates DR. Metal weapons aren't damaged by this. It also gives off light as a torch.
Now, could I cast that on his weapon?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that might be what I do.
Okay. Yeah, it's a regular spell, which means that it takes a penalty equal to, I think it's the number of yards away that the target is.
I don't know, though, because my fatigue will be at that point.
Yeah, you would get a reduction because I think you got that at a 15 again. It would reduce the cost by 1. So it'd be 3 to cast it, which puts you down to 4. You'd be pretty much at the point where you'd start suffering fatigue penalties.
Right. Okay. So let's try melee then. Let's go ahead and just step.
And fatigue only affects movement and your dodge.
Yeah, the dodge I think is what he's probably, because he doesn't have a shield.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Henrik, let me see if he's. Can we take a look at his grimoire for a sec here? I'm just going to see.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. Because there are defensive spells. I can't remember if he's got one. No, he doesn't. So there are spells like block, bolt, or shield, or whatnot, where you can basically use the spell as a defense.
As your defense.
Yeah. Right. But you do not have that. So, Henrik.
He will swing his sword.
Yeah.
And perhaps he will get better.
Come on. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Come on, big money. Holy smokes. I gotta make a health check for this thing. It falls apart. What's it look like as Henrik seizes forward and eliminates this undead foe?
He's watching Nude just struggle. He's like, okay, I've got you stabilized now. Let me get up here and see what I can do. So he draws that sword back and just right into the body. All
right. So then Nude knows he only has 1 foe left to focus on. I did hit with the mace, so you can give us a block if you like.
Yeah, let me get back over to his sheet. And defense. I got to start doing that after I do his attack. Just move it on over to defense.
Oh, and it's not enough to shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So maybe he's thrown off his game by the sudden appearance of his ally. It is a hit to the torso, so that's 4 points of armor. Oh, this is a freaking mace, though, so it's only 2 points of armor.
Right, so it's 2.
But, okay, so the mace... 1d6 plus 3. So here we go. 5 points of damage, but you got 2 points of armor against crushing. So that is 3 points of damage gets through.
Yeah.
And again, because of high pain threshold, you take no shock penalty from that.
Yeah.
Nude, you're up next. What are you doing?
Yeah, we're gonna wail on this dude. Because he should be able to hit him easily.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Now, come on.
6.
There we go.
Okay.
It's a little bit better.
It's getting there, yeah. Now, again, against a living thing, that would have been much more effective because of the multiplier for cutting damage.
Right.
It's just these darn undead don't take extra. Okay. Hendrik, what are you doing?
Let's see. Could I move there? Is that valid?
Yep, absolutely.
Oh.
Okay, because you could step with almost any action. Okay. Then it is this thing's turn. I think it's going to turn to Hendrik and swing at him. That is a hit. So Hendrik, you can parry, you can dodge. And remember, you can give ground as well. Newt hasn't been doing that because he was protecting you, but you could give ground to get +3 to a dodge or +1 to a parry.
Is that dodge and retreat?
Yes. Yeah, it'll include the modifier.
And it's a +1 to parry?
+1 to parry, yeah.
Yeah, let's go with parry, because that'll still be a better number.
Okay, and then you can move yourself 1 square back, or 1 yard back.
1. Smith.
Nice. Okay. Then it is Nude's turn. What's Nude doing?
Nude is going to pray.
Come on.
Bam.
Big hit, big hit, big hit. That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Nice. So, it's only 3, though.
Yeah.
All right. And then Hendrik.
Now we will go ahead and move up again.
Dance back, dance forward. Yep.
Yep.
That fancy elven footwork.
That's all I can think of now. Is that.
Here we go.
Wait a minute.
Come on, Hendrik. Big hit, big hit. Yes, that is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Good.
These things are not defending themselves. You hit this thing. It's a glancing hit across its bones. Nothing more than cosmetic damage. And this thing's turn. It's going to return the favor, though, Hendrik.
Yeah.
That is 13. That is a hit with its mace.
So,
and if you wish to retreat, you can do that once again.
Yep.
Oh, boy. All right, so Hendrik. Let's see where you're hit. It's a torso again. So what's your armor you're wearing?
That's a good question. Inventory.
Broadsword, heavy cloak. Mail suit. DR4 in all locations. So that is pretty good. Then it's 1d6 plus 3, and it'll be -4. Let's roll in chat. Ooh, 6 solid hits. You'll take 2 points of damage, Hendrik, and then you'll move yourself back by 2.
I was wondering, do I still move back or not?
Yeah, you still move back because you were sort of trying to do that. You'll take 2 points of damage, and now you will suffer shock because you don't have high pain threshold. -2 to IQ and Dex checks for next round.
Is there a checkbox anywhere?
There isn't, but it only lasts for 1 round.
Okay, one round, -2 next turn.
Yeah.
Got it.
So, Nude, you see that this thing has been wildly swinging, still trying to get it, and Hendrik got tagged.
Yeah, he did. I like that. That's not cool at all, dude.
So what's Nude doing?
He is going to swing. Yeah. Actually, I take that back. Let's see.
This is where he could lose his shit and try and do an all-out attack. That thing seems pretty banged.
Yeah, I was thinking about using the shield bash, but
oh yeah, because you just rolled really bad the first time.
Yeah, because I mean it's crushing, you know. Bash.
That is a hit. So go ahead and roll damage. Come on. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. So unfortunately you hit this thing, but it really just kind of staggers it back a little bit. Then it is Henrik's turn.
Oh gosh.
So Henrik did get his bell rung with that hit to the chest.
Oh, he's definitely going to attempt something.
Okay, so it's just a -2 to his attack.
Yep. Caddy, so roll. He might hit, he might not.
That is a hit. Go ahead, roll damage. Nice. Cuts across its thing. So there are spells and there are different magic items that can give you armor piercing, and what that does is it divides the defenses, the damage rating for these things. That's the way, like, it doesn't give you a penalty to it, it just like divides it. So, and that goes from 2 up to, like, 25. Then this thing's turn. Well, it felt that you were weakened, Henrik. That is a hit once again. Your active defenses do not suffer this penalty.
Okay. So yeah, definitely parry.
Okay. Does he want to, if he wants to give ground, give +1?
Yeah.
Yes, success. Okay, move yourself back, and then Nude's turn. Can Nude finish this off?
There's no telling. Oh, it's too funny. I'm having fun with it. Let's go with a swing. Bada, bada, bada.
That is a hit.
Okay. We can hit them. Can we kill them?
There you go. So 3 gets through, triggers a... Yep, and then with that, this thing is down. All right. So, the way that normal folks recover their fatigue is 1 point per 10 minutes because of your spell. Just knowing the recover energy spell allows you to recover it once every 5 minutes, Henrik. For first aid, let's see here. So I think Henrik, like his inspiration, may have some healing skills in addition to his spells, but let's take a look here.
He has diagnosis.
Okay, so first aid, it takes 1 minute to apply a bandage. This restores 1 hit point. There's no roll or anything.
Okay. Let's see here. So yeah, let's do that. Let's see, where's he at?
Oh, and then after bandaging, the aid giver may take extra time to apply a more elaborate dressing, treat the victim for shock. You make a first aid roll. On a success, you roll on the table to see how many hit points are restored. So with that fracas over with, would you guys think you would take time to recover? Henrik, you also have not been subject to a healing spell yet today.
Right. I think... excuse me. So yeah, I think do a healing spell on me first, and then try and do first aid on him.
Sure.
It sounds like a good idea in my mind.
Yeah, because fatigue doesn't affect any of your skills. It's just your dodge and your move. So if you want to exhaust yourself and try and get your hit points back up.
It's great healing. Oh. I just saw the cost for great healing.
It would only cost you 1. So I think it's 2. What is it? It's 1 point gives you 2 back, right?
I think that's correct.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. It can't be reduced to 0. I don't think. Let me double check. Success. Yeah. So you're back up to full hit points.
Yes.
And it'll cost you, let's see here.
Let's go back.
All right.
All right, so I'm updated. And now to use first aid on Newt.
Oh, if you know it well enough, you can cast a spell at no cost. So good news, that healing spell costs you nothing.
Cool.
For fatigue. Okay, so your hit points are back up to 10. And
Why
then...
did you look like that?
Say again?
Henrik. Huh, I'd updated it on my character sheet.
You know what? I may have fucked up, and I may have what's tracking is your hit points, not your temp hit points.
Okay. No, because I just watched it. You changed it. You went from 8 to 10.
Oh, did it?
But I had already done it on the sheet, and it hadn't... let me do the fatigue and see.
Let's take a look here. Oh, he's already open.
Did fatigue, right?
Oh, that updated to 7. Yeah.
It could have been a delay. You never know.
It could be. Okay, so then...
And how much does Nude get back?
Nude. Okay, so first off, Nude will get 1 automatically by applying the bandage. And then at tech level 3, it takes half an hour.
Okay.
And then he would gain back 1d6 minus 3. Minimum 1.
Yeah, I was going to say he's got a minimum 1, so...
So give us 1d6 minus 3. Okay. So that'll be 1. So he gets another point back. But because it's taking you half an hour to do that, Nude would get 3 fatigue points back. And Henrik would get 6. So he'd be back up at full.
It's not bad for him.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad at all.
Now we'll assume you guys retreated just a scooch to try and, get yourself bandaged up and get ready to go back in. Okay. So with that kind of bundled up, Nude's wounds bound. He's only 10 minutes off from being at full. What are you guys thinking? You encountered undead going in. I'm going to scooch out.
Yeah.
I think to make this interesting, let me do this here. First, let me move the turn order over here. I'm going to move all my open things over here. And let's have that troll come out and play.
Sure. That's just what everybody's waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
I got a spell for that, I think. So.
Nice. Okay, that's where you guys are. Where's the longhouse?
It's down to the left. Somewhere.
Yeah. Okay, there he is. And let me get my troll. My troll. There we go.
Let's see. Find it.
Troll. Where are you, my friend? There he is. Troll. That is too small for a troll. That is the right size for a troll. Now let's give him some hitting points. You have as well. I think both of you guys have ranged weapons as well. I'm not saying you need to make use of them, but
I've got a crossbow or regular bow. Composite. I've got a composite bow. There
nice. Oof. He's a big one.
And food.
Let's put his name in here. Terrible Troll. All right. So, the Terrible Troll has come out to try and see what's going on. And we'll assume you guys... Let's get him moving through the village here. Maybe he comes out to the soundings, to the stones. He's going to commune with them to try and see... Oh, Anna says watch out.
Yeah.
So let's. Are you taking any steps to try and hide yourself?
I don't think so. I don't think that's our bag, really.
Okay. So then. Oh, so that's my plus 2. And for today's purposes, that's big enough, I think. Oh, maybe he's even bigger. Now we're learning here, so let's take a peek and see. What the heck is exploits? Monsters, exploits. No, adventurers. Shit. I've altogether too many books stacked up in here. You know what I can do? I can find it in the core book. Let's see here. Size. Oh, okay, no, that's big enough. All right, his move. Boy, he's quick too. What you see is him kind of lumbering around the corner.
Okay.
And he's tall enough to push the tree aside. Snow all falls down, and he is looking around. Does he have the... Yeah, I'll make a perception roll for him. During daylight hours, our trolls do have terrible eyesight, so he is looking around. Does not seem to see it. His speed is a 5.5. Okay, so that means the terrible troll would happen after you. So, Henrik, let's go back to you. So you see this thing down there. It is... Oh, shit. Wrong. Thought I grabbed the measuring tool. 36 yards away right now. 26. 3, so 3. What is Henrik doing?
You know, I think, since he's got this figured out, I think he'll go ahead and start moving in that direction.
Okay. All right, so Henrik can move 6. Oh, let's quickly talk too about Henrik's buffing spells.
Yeah, I was looking at some of that. Let's...
So,
of course, obviously, I was thinking about the flaming weapon.
Flaming weapon is great because +2, and like against trolls, that's...
Against the trolls, right.
Yeah, that's no joke. And the might is the other one that might be... Okay. That may be of interest. Might be of interest.
Might.
Stellar DMing, I tell ya. So might raises the target's strength, increasing damage, basic lift, and hit points. It doesn't heal wounds. It lasts for 1 minute, costs 2 for every +1 to strength to a maximum of +5. And because your swing and your thrust are determined by your strength, each point of strength boost is, you know, not insignificant, plus gives extra hit points. That lasts 1 minute as well as the sword. And then I think that seems like it's the only buff spells, the flaming weapon and the other. Let's also live large and say you've got another power stone to draw on, just so you have more power to play with for your spells. So would that change Henrik's plan, knowing this troll is coming in now?
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm... You know, it'd almost be worth casting on each of us.
Might or the flaming weapon or both?
Yes. let me do the math real quick.
Yeah, sure.
So, 2, 4, and then I think the other is 4. 2, 4. So it'd be 12. That'd be a lot. Yeah, that's not a good idea.
Okay.
But I think
there's some tactical casting you can do.
Yeah, I think probably casting Flaming Weapon on Nudes and casting Might on him. Yeah, let's focus on him because he's going to be more likely to hit and need to do more damage.
Okay.
So that is.
So, which would you like to start with, Flaming Weapon or?
Let's do Might right now because this thing still hasn't really seen us. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do Might on him. So
all
that
right.
would be.
So then it'll be 2 for every +1 to your strength, but then you get to reduce the total by 1 because of your.
Let's just do 1 plus to his strength right now.
Okay.
I think that's enough. Do I need to do anything on his sheet for that?
You will. Yeah. Well, first you need to successfully cast it.
Okay. No, Kevin, it goes off. Come on.
I admire the confidence. That's great. Success. All right, then. If you go into Nude's character sheet, there is next to strength. There's one for Mod.
Let's see that.
Yep. Add 1 to that.
Just put 1 in there. All right. Okay.
And that adjusts all of his stats. So, and let's increase his current. He should be at 10 then, because yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was wondering if it added there. Okay.
Okay. So what do you think the spell looks like as you cast it?
I don't think there's maybe a lot of visual to this, but I do think there's definitely he lays his hand, I'll say, on Nude, and he whispers this prayer, and there is, Nude feels this warmth through him.
Nice.
And he feels like he's taking a deeper breath than he's ever taken before.
Okay.
And there's that sound again, that low hum.
There is a feeling you get too, Henrik. Henrik, give us a perception check at plus, I think +4. Better not put the plus sign in.
Oh, there it is. I was trying to remember where perception was, and you said a 4. Okay. Come on. There we go. Okay.
Okay, so you cast that, and you can feel this like flare of power. If you are within 3 hexes of any of those standing stones, it counts as a high mana area, which means the cost of your spells basically are I think it either doubles the available mana you get, or it halves the cost of it. I can't remember how you do the math on that, but it makes it much cheaper for you to cast your spells. So any of the standing stones.
So those are like right down here. Huh?
Yeah, those big, those stained things.
Yeah.
Okay.
The things that don't look like trees.
Precisely. All right. Then, here we go. High mana. Oosh. You'll get 1 fatigue point back every 2 minutes, which will be doubled to 1 minute because of your ability. So it's recovering your mana back.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty quick. Okay. All right, then it is a Nude's turn. What's Nude doing?
Let's see. I think he will go ahead and begin the beginning. 1, 2. So he should be able to move that far.
Okay. So just remember, if you're casting Flaming Weapon on him, it is a regular spell, which means that you would suffer a penalty to cast. Here we go. equal to the number of yards
away from him.
Yeah.
But I can move up next to him.
You could move up next. Oh, yeah, you can run down. And then, like, the round afterwards you could cast? Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so he runs down. Is Nude doing anything to challenge this troll?
I don't think so. I think he is kind of a little, maybe conceptually, a little more stealthy. So, as he's moving, he's not, he's not, like, making a lot of noise. He's not, like, charging and yelling and all that. He's very much just kind of boom, 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 just moving, trying to be quiet, not like, an actual stealth, but definitely not drawing attention to himself.
Sure. Okay, let's see here. Yes, that wouldn't be... Oh, would be. Okay, so he is going to step forward. He's really trying to sniff out. The troll still completely oblivious to what's going on. Henrik, you're up next.
All right, so now I will move down here.
Okay. And it is Nude's turn once again.
And I think at this point, Nude is probably going to hold.
Okay.
And not move, so that Henrik can get his spell going. Okay. And let's see, can I start that this turn?
No, because if you moved, you can only step when you're doing concentrate.
That's right, step.
Okay. No. Incredibly unperceptive. This thing's lumbering along, dragging this massive club, and it's sniffing the air, trying to smell out where you are. Henrik.
Let's see here. So I begin casting. It's 2 flaming. Yeah, it's 2-second spell.
2 seconds. Okay. So it's beginning and Nude.
I think he knows his buddy's casting a spell. They're just going to wait here. They're waiting for this thing to make some sort of dumb move.
Yeah.
And then they're going to try and take advantage of it.
Okay. Still stumbling forward. It's only able to make a step as it's trying to scent you out. No success. So then Henrik.
Let's see. Henrik, I will have, this is the second. So it should go flaming now, right? Because this is the second.
Yeah, flaming weapon is...
He's got that on his sword.
Let's see here. 2 seconds, at the end of the round, you can make your roll.
There we go.
And only cast you 3. Beautiful. So
does it cost 3 or 2? Are we close enough to the stones or not?
Sorry?
The stones.
Oh, the stones. You need to be within 3 yards of it.
3 yards. Okay. Got it. Thank you.
But yeah, you gesture, and I was wrong about the high mount. I should check and see. That's wrong. Let me quickly check this. It is a neat mechanic.
Yeah, that's cool. It's definitely going to come in handy here in a minute.
235. It's in the characters book. All right, so then, yes, that becomes active on Nude's spell. What does the spell look like as Henrik causes it to become active?
Probably, once again, with him being kind of a sun cleric or sun priest, or I don't even know what the proper Norse term is for that. Mm-hmm. It's not so much flame as it is heat. You see the color of the blade start to change into the orangish, whitish kind of spectrums.
Let's do this. You're going to gain 1d6 fatigue back in mana per turn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So then, once you're within three rounds of it. Okay, awesome. So this thing almost like as if it has been heated in an invisible blacksmith's forge. Yep. That thing is and flared with power. Newt is up next. What's he doing?
So he's got his strength. He's got his flaming weapon. I think he's ready to start trying to move in.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and move him some. 1, 4, 5. Now let's move him there. I like that. Yeah, he'll move right there.
Okay. Send the terrible troll. See. Still no luck. I'm rolling like 15s and 6. Like I cannot get a 9 or less on this thing. Hendrik, you're up next.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll move to there.
And holy shit, there's some serious power coming off of these stones.
So you want to roll D6 now or next turn?
It won't go into your power stone automatically. Power stones have a slower recharge range.
Right.
Yeah. But what is Nude doing? Because your fatigue, I'm showing, is full right now.
You're right. I've got it zoomed out so much I can't see the bar.
Fair enough.
Let's see here. I think he kind of wants to draw this thing in. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's how far he'll move.
Okay. Nice.
He can definitely see it now.
Okay, yeah, I'll give him +4. All right, this troll has seen you. Steps between there. He's almost as tall. Well, he's almost as tall as the tree next to him, this massive pine, and he's easily towers over this large standing stone next to there. He is easily a double the height of a man. He sees you and that massive club of his could easily reach 3 hexes away from him, by the by.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was the terrible troll's turn. Hendrik, what are you doing?
Let's go ahead. Where's the range? Look at this. Combat. 75 yards. Oh, yeah. Let's cast Sunbolt.
Okay. So spend this round. How many points are you putting into it?
Let's see here.
Up to 3?
Right, up to 3 seconds. And what was the benefit of charging it up?
Each extra. So for one, the number of damage dice it does is equal to how many points you put in, and then you can put it in up to 3 rounds. So you could have up to 9d6 damage.
Yep. So we'll go ahead and start that.
Okay. So you're putting 3 into this round. So it'll be 2 to get 3 dice because of your skill level with it.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. So go ahead and give us your Sunbolt roll. Nice. So this glowing bright thing. Now you would that would cost you 2 fatigue, but then give us a d6 roll. Let's see what you get back from the stones.
So 13 and 1d6.
So it may not be worth adjusting your fatigue at all. 1 back, because you're down by 1 right now. So you get 1 fatigue back. The stones are beginning to flare with the runes on it, the same color as your magic. Then it is Nude's turn. What's Nude doing?
Okay, so he knows if he's within 3 squares, he can get hit. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so he can't get close enough to hit it. I think he's just going to issue a challenge to it. I wonder if he has any kind of taunting.
I think he's got like an intimidate, doesn't he?
That's what I'm fixing to check on. Carousing.
No, so here, then let's talk. Let's see what Intimidate defaults to? Because he has a scary glowing sword too. Intimidation defaults to will -5.
Okay. So let's roll that. Nah, that's worth a shot.
I mean, this thing is rightfully terrifying, and it was not really not really Nude's real regular thing to be taunting these things. So, but he holds up his sizzling sword at it. Okay, that was a skill. So then it is the terrible troll's turn. It bellows out in rage, and a word that neither of you understand, and then it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's enough. 290, be one more closer. All right, so it's charging. I have it's -4 or 9 or less. -4. -4 is actually worse. So I have an 8 or less to try and hit you. Brings this huge. So there's essentially a tree trunk coming down in your direction, Nude. And that is a miss. Dust and snow and whatnot all collapse up. But to give you context, 4d6 plus 8 damage.
Oh my God.
That's what the club does. So, Henrik.
I'm still. Let's see.
So your options are hold, spell. Focus, or throw it. Right now you have a burning spell that does 3d6.
Yeah, he's going to hold it one more turn because he wants to up that damage.
Yep. So go ahead and give us a roll. Be another 2 points to charge it up. Another 2. Another 3.
Oh, where's my daggum? There's the grimoire.
Yeah.
Like, where did that go? Success. And then D6.
Now, for folks listening at home, I think I'm calculating the, maybe GURPS heads. I'm probably calculating the power cost wrong here, but I'll look it up afterwards. 5 backs, that costs you no power. These stones are flaring up. You have a 6d6 sunbolt on deck right now. Nude, what are you doing?
Let's see. Part of him, I think he's gonna. Let's see.
This is where the reach thing can actually help, because certain of these weapons can only be used at certain reaches. Like, for instance, if Nude had a knife and was able to run right in on that terrible troll, it might not be able to use its club on him. It might be able to use other stuff to fuck him up, but...
Right, a punch or claw or whatever.
Yeah.
He's going to move right there. He's going to come around right behind.
Oh, he's just going to move. Okay, yep, so he's maneuvering himself. Good call.
Yep.
All right. Then the terrible troll is going to recover, bring that massive club up, and he's going to try and brain you once again. This time he gets his regular chance to hit. That is a hit. So you can defend here.
Yep. Let's go to parry, shield, block.
Yeah.
Come on.
Nice. All right, so he's not damaging it. And hold on, this. Yeah, I'm not going to look it up, but there are rules in it for high damage weapons from high damage creatures for potentially breaking things. So
yeah, I was wondering,
because I think that probably. Let's see here. Yeah, you know what? We got 9 minutes left. I'll look it up between sessions. So that is a miss. Henrik, what are you doing?
Now I am unleashing the fire.
Okay, so then that is an attack. Let's see here. The range. He is 75. 5 yards away, so honestly, getting any closer will not make a difference.
Cool.
So here's a neat thing. Because staves add an extra yard of distance, spellcasters in GURPS often do it to try and cheat an extra yard of distance for casting. So 5 gives you a -2 to hit with it.
Okay. Come on.
But his size actually gives you a +2 because of how big he is, so it'll net to 0. Yeah, they're bigger, so they're easier to hit. That is a hit. You have 6d6 damage. Burning.
Hell yeah.
Holy shit. Now, does it say on Sunbolt whether it went through armor?
Ooh, I don't think it says on the sheet here. I just know it's burning damage. That's all I know.
Okay, let me double check.
I thought would be appropriate.
Okay, Sunbolt, 48. Shoots a concentrated bolt of sunlight. Anyone struck in the face must make a health roll to avoid being blinded. Wow. Well, anyone struck in the face must avoid it.
Do we need to do a location thing?
That's badass. Okay, hold on. So burning. Give us a 3d6 roll.
Okay, I was wondering.
I mean, it's attacking from the back, so it's not going to hit him in the face, but it's worth rolling.
Oh, I didn't like that. Let's try that again.
Exploits. How'd you do?
14.
14. Okay. What on earth do I keep losing this darn book? Oh, because I've turned it upside down. What a dummy. What a dummy. Okay, so if actually, and here's the thing, burning to the skull does 4 times damage. So if you did... that's the left leg, though.
Oh, well.
So, but it is a huge hit. So reduces it by 4, but look at this. Because of his DR.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So, what we need to do is... That is to a limb. That's actually enough to be a potential crippling injury. So I have a couple of rolls I need to make here. Here we go. If the injury to the body part before applying the above limit was at least twice what it needed to cripple it, which it is, it's not just crippled, but it's destroyed. So you have scorched this thing's left leg into oblivion. It's also at 0 hit points on the nose, so it needs to make an immediate health check. Its health is a 13, though, so it's pretty good. And I did succeed, so just like Nude's still fighting on, this thing does drop prone, so as this one leg is scorched away by your burning light, then it is Nude's turn.
Well, he's going to swing at this thing with his blazing sword.
Yeah.
Hits. Nice.
So it would. Okay, so then this thing will... It does not have high pain threshold. So it's suffering minus... Well, no, not to its defenses, I guess. So it's going to try and... It's going to try and parry. So I need a 9 or less. I've rolled a 10 on the nose. So go ahead and roll hit location.
Oh, yeah, okay.
For some reason, the character sheet doesn't have a prompt for that. Maybe we're still missing it, but we were looking last night and couldn't find it.
I hadn't seen one. Of course, I haven't delved hard, but I did look. 11.
11, I think that's torso again. 11, yep, torso. So DR4, but it does an extra 2 burning.
Yeah.
So that'll be 5. So 1 point will get through, which will be Burning isn't multiplied, but cutting is, so let's just give him 2 extra damage. He's now into the negatives, which means another health roll. He's still up and going. Then it is his turn. He needs to make a health roll again to continue being up and moving. Succeeded again. He screams in pain. He's got -2 to hit because he's on his one knee. And he suffers -4. So I got -6 to this attack roll. Dude, I need a 6 or higher to hit you. I rolled an 8. So I just... down onto nude. Hendrik, what are you doing?
Let's see here. I think I will begin casting that same spell again. It's awesome. So, let's see. Sunbolt. Go, baby.
Nice. Okay, so I'm assuming 3 is going into it. And then it is...
yeah, probably.
Okay, then it's Nude's turn once again.
Nude definitely is going to attack this Joker.
Okay.
Swing. Go.
That is a hit. Parry is a fail. I rolled a 10 again. So go ahead and roll damage. Oh, and now roll hit location.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't call for it. So it'll be 4 cutting, 2 burning, 2 torso again.
Torso.
Okay, so that'll be another 2. Health roll. Oh, a critical fail.
No.
He immediately is... Oh. Yeah, I think he's dead.
Damn it, Jim.
So what does it look like as Nude takes down this terrible troll?
I think he's got that blade there, and that white light, just coming off of it. And he just basically chops the damn thing in half. Just brings it down right on that torso, on that rib cage, cuts through it like butter right into its rotten heart.
And this thing sloughs forward. And you can hear that there is... I think this is Henrik who would hear this because of his supernatural connection with the undead. You can hear almost a sighing coming from all across the village as this thing's necromantic binding on the villagers passes.
Nice.
So, then with that brings us right to the end of the session. So, let me bring us back to our main page here. So, Will, first time playing GURPS since college, first spellcaster from the sounds of things. What's the verdict?
It's it's just like everything else. The rules kind of tell you something about what the game is like, the world, and so it's a different feel than you get from, say, D&D. It's a different feel from really most iterations of D&D because it's a spell point, it's a resource, I guess, that does regenerate, but it's still, you've got to manage it, but you can get some cool things to happen. So yeah, it was fun. It's getting back in that habit of 3d6.
Yeah. Well, the interesting, how much of a struggle the 3 undead were as opposed to the one big troll. I mean, you guys had a good opportunity to prepare, and you had some good rolls with it. And if that troll had connected with something, that would have been a lot of trouble. Yeah.
If he had actually, failed his parry or block, that would have been terrible. And I mean, that got us some too with the zombies. Weren't always parrying or blocking well. And I think maybe, and I don't know, just playing this one game today, but, there may be really, multiple enemies are sometimes maybe worse than one big one.
Yeah. Because it chews through your active defenses, that's definitely the thing. It's worth noting too, one of the spells that James made use of yesterday he was playing basically like the GURPS version of Droon with Warrior Priest. There's a buff spell they've got that increases the defense bonus, so it increases your active defenses. And that seemed to be pretty effective because it was giving a +1 to all those defenses. Plus, Jamie was playing effectively Dorman in GURPS and was regularly retreating, so his dodge score was pretty good because he was quick and he was lightly armored, and then he would get +3 to that on top of his retreat, or because of his retreat, +3 to his dodge, and then also the +1 from the defense. So
stuff can stack, and it may do a better job of stacking in GURPS than, say, like a D&D, where they kind of got the bonuses you can get are kind of limited depending.
What was interesting too, like seeing you math out the what do you call it, the potential bonuses. You're like, well, I got time, so if I stack X, Y, Z, I'm like, oh no, but then I'm going to be completely exhausted and without enough stuff. So like there is an interesting, and then you need to succeed on the skill check too. So like there is a inbuilt sort of balance to how you're going.
That's one of the biggest things, with GURPS is basically everything's a skill check.
Yeah.
And being trained, and if I looked at the character sheet, I don't know if anybody else, but you don't have to put a lot of points into your skills to have a really good chance of succeeding if you've got the base stats that go with it.
Yep.
So
yeah,
like I said, I had a good time. It's been so long, and I'm just like, okay, get my feet back under me again. Remember 3d6 and at the bell curve, trying to get back in that habit. Because actually, at first, this is how long it's been since I played, I was thinking 2d6. Yeah. I don't know why, but in my brain, it was like I was like Traveler was floating around in there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was. It was cool. It definitely is. Today went smoother than yesterday because I was more familiar with the rules, and I read a little bit of them again before bed last night. But the spellcaster was very cool, seeing how determinative your one useful spellcasting was.
Yeah. When I got the one time, boy, it was it. It was exactly when and where and how it needed to be.
Mm-hmm. And like, had he been facing towards you, I would have allowed him to dodge. It didn't mean he would have dodged necessarily because his size and whatnot, but and his dodge chance is not great. But there at least would have been an opportunity, and maybe he would have like dived to the ground. The second per second aspect of combat is really interesting because there's things that don't, like when you dive for cover, right? Or that's not really a huge penalty in other games because on your turn you're just going to get up and then take your action.
Right.
It's not a bad thing because those games don't focus on that kind of minutia, but it feels, if you had been knocked down or jumped to the ground or something like that, that means your next round is getting up, right?
Right.
So you're wasting that time doing that. So yeah, it was very cool. It was great to see how fast you picked it up too.
Like I said, it's just been forever.
Yeah. Yeah. Then, cool. All right. Well, then for those listening at home, again, we apologize for those who were looking forward to our continued Guard campaign. We will be back at that in 2 weeks' time. There was a power failure at the last second. We just got cameras working, and the last second of power failure happened, and then 2 other players were away for other reasons today. But we will be back in this for 2 weeks' time. But until then, if you have any, first off, thank you so much for joining us for this second dalliance with GURPS 4th edition. It's been really, I'm reminded why I used to love this game so much.
No, I get it.
We'll be back. So let's hear. First, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the game, or the, not a campaign we're playing, but if the game, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section of the video, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There's also a link in the description of the video to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where we have channels dedicated to assorted games like GURPS, as well as most other game we run on the channel. There's a ton of great people over there, great community that is helpful and knowledgeable and, willing to chat about pretty much anything. We had a lot of football chat yesterday. So you are more than welcome to join us over there. There's a link to that in the description of the video as well. There's also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have an unmatched selection of new role-playing games, a great selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs, including some terrific GURPS stuff. I got my copy of the slipcase, the limited edition, because my campaigns book is about to fall apart, and I'm already on my second copy of characters because that one did fall apart. So if you don't have in stock something you're looking for, you can often put it on a want list, and they'll send you an email when it comes in. You can also, if you make a purchase of $10 or more through their website, enter the code SUMMERMUSER, all caps, all one word, and you will save yourself 10% on your purchase. There's also a link down below to something called Heroes Save Villages. That's the charity fundraising campaign we run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International charity. All donations through that link go directly to SOS Children's Villages International to benefit the over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children who benefit from their services. And if you enjoyed the session, one of the options we're going to have starting next week for our next charity session will be GURPS. It looks like we're playing a Vikings game, and it just so happens, or something set in the Vikings era, it just so happens that I have my copy of Vikings that just arrived. So if you like this, a donation of $10 or more allows you to vote on this next charity session, and then the final one for the Year of Ill Omens campaign. We have had donors voting on the game we're playing, the era we're playing in, the type of heroes we're playing, and connections with other sessions. So lots of great opportunities to cast your vote, to shape what is happening in that Year of Ill Omens campaign. And again, all donations go directly to SOS Children's Villages International. None of it goes to us or the channel, no other middleman. It just goes to help out those kids. The last thing I will say is a huge thank you to Will for at the very last, well past the last second. We were 15 minutes past the last session. Yeah. Last second. Will, thank you so much for diving back into GURPS and have given us such a great session. I had a lot of fun today. I definitely not the last time I'm going to be running GURPS anytime soon. So good stuff. Then we'll be back in the Great White North, a different Great White North, in 2 weeks' time to return to the Guard campaign. But until then, we hope that we gave you a couple of hours to take your mind off of the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our elven heroes were encountering in liberating that troll-infested village. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.